Hello there, friends, and welcome back to more Bravely Default 2. Last time, we hung around Holograd and dealt with some rare monsters, which was pretty nice. But we also learned the origins of the Heroes of Light's name. It was from a kind blind old man who was able to see the radiance off of us, despite his condition, which is honestly sort of endearing that even a man who genuinely can't see can still see just how blinding our light of guidance is. I don't know. He definitely had a better way of wording it than I did. Anyways, today we are going to be wrapping up all of the remaining side quests that there is to see, fighting the remaining rare monsters that there is to fight, and then learning the last bit of information we need to know about the Knight's Nexus before going and taking it down. So, let's get started. I think today we are going to start with the rare monsters. I think that's probably for the best. So we've already wiped out every single Halcyone rare monster. Already shown that off. Same thing with Savalon. Same thing with Wiswald. Same thing with, actually, no. Alright, yep. So we have the final Reimdall rare monster to go, and then we have one more Holograd to go. So, let's get it started. In terms of the strategies that I'll be using for these enemies, honestly, nothing really is going to change all that much. I do have Elvis on Black Mage, just to kind of see if I can do something different. But in reality, it's just going to be buffing up Seth, and he'll be cross-slashing them to death. Again, the reason for that, I don't want to be wasting your time nor mine, and we have a lot to do today, so we're going to be making sure we can get this done pretty quickly. This will not be the only time we fight these guys, so do not worry about them getting screwed over here. On the east end of Reimdall, on the ice areas, you can find this rare monster. This is Astaroth. Let's go ahead and see what you're all about. You have 150,000 HP, weak to, what was that, lightning, light, daggers, and spears. Perfect, we can take advantage of that at least. One thing I did do is I used JP Orbs to boost Swordmaster on Elvis so he could use 2 hands are better than 1. That way he can get some extra damage from his staff without needing to wield 2 weapons to increase his weight. Black Mage doesn't really have a lot of weight, so obviously we need to work with what we've got here. Let's go ahead and do 2 boosts of physical attack, 1 of magic, and then let's go ahead and shut up and dance Elvis. Let's see what he can do here. Ooh, okay, there is counter buffs here, which is kind of unfortunate. Lots of extra encore music. Counter Savvy's going nuts right now. Let's go ahead and start utilizing Thundaga, and we'll go ahead and Mimic here as well. That way we don't need to worry about the extra MP costs. There we go, about 9,000 damage, 10,000 damage. Even without surpassing power, this is still a pretty decent amount of damage going out. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then let's go ahead and Neo Cross Slash him. Doing some really good damage here. I guess I could have swapped over to spears or daggers there to deal extra damage, but I think we were okay. Let's go ahead and apply Rampart. This guy does have more physical attacks than magical. Then spread out. There we go. Top everyone else off. Perfect. Thank you, Elvis. Let's see here. Let's actually shut up and dance Seth and wrap this up. There we go. Perfect. Got ourselves a Hellish Horn, too. Not the best piece of gear to get. Well, I mean, Hellish Horn is not even gear. But there's something else we can get from them, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. I just want it off the checklist. Again, these won't be the last time we see these guys. I will be fighting them for their actual loot. But we're just going to be showing them off and fighting them just to kind of clear it off our list of things to do and for me to show off, or else I will forget about it. I will. I've already done that a few times with my notes, and I want to make sure not to do that again. Okay, off to Holograd. Now, for this next fight, I'm definitely going to need a tank, so Elvis, you're going on Shield Master, since, well, Seth is going to be our main damage dealer, and I'm going to also put Freelancer as his sub-job, so we can get that extra defense bonus from Late Bloomer. Yeah, putting his defenses in the 600s. He'll be very difficult to kill. Not impossible, but very difficult. Anyways, let's grab this quest right here. I remember nothing. Memory loss. My memory is lost. I remember a one-eyed creature of horrifying proportions, and then nothing. Its wicked visage is all that fills my mind. Ugh! Defeat the Cyclops. This, in my opinion, is the strongest rare monster that we have access to right now, and so for that reason, I have saved him for last. There's a very good chance that I'm still going to die here. Even at level 99 with max stats, this guy can still run circles around you if you aren't prepared. Hopefully, with my just Unga Bunga Neocross last strategy, we shouldn't have too many issues, but we'll see what happens. Hey there, buddy. Now, the Cyclops is not alone. He does show up with 3 Arimons. Now, we do know at least their weaknesses, because we have examined them before. They are just stronger variations. Unfortunately, the Cyclops himself, we would need to examine here. As you saw, Elvis took a lot of damage from that Cyclops. That's going to be a consistent thing. Anyways, let's go ahead and start working on these eyeballs. We want to go ahead and take them down so we can get the extra damage output. There we go. I want to try and get as much BP as I can. We are going to... I think what I'm going to try and do is... I think I'm going to try and wish upon a star here just to get extra luck. Just in case I need it. Now, I do have Elvis. He does have access to Counter Savvy. That way, because if he does get countered in any way, he will dodge it, which is very, very good. The Orc does counter certain things with physical attacks, so that's why I have brought that in here. Make sure, I would suggest to bring Rampart, because it is pretty valuable. Ooh, that enemy is really close to dying. Literally 158 HP. Let me think here. Actually, let's just do the buffs, and then we will shut up and dance Seth. Get his turn back super duper fast. That way we can just poke this Aramon. Get him more adrenaline buffs. Let's go defend the people again. There we go. The bonuses come in handy. And then we need to go ahead and heal everyone. Pop everyone off as much as we can. Let's try treat, actually. Do 2 treats. Let's do a body slam. And then we'll do shield craft. See how much damage we can do with that. Oh, I missed. Well, that's fair. Okay, we got one more evil eye to deal with. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we can start actually working on the Cyclops itself, if I can land a single hit on this guy. What is with my stats? I thought I had enough aim to be able to hit these guys. That evil eye in particular has an incredibly high evasion stat, and it can make it very difficult to actually fight. Let's go ahead and boost our attack again, that way we don't lose out on the buff. Ooh, that hurt a lot. Let's do a single target hero, that should be enough to nearly top him off. And we'll just do defend other people here. Oh, great, Doom. We'll go ahead and top off Elvis. Okay, now we're back on Adele's turn. Let's boost our aim as much as we can. And then send it back over to Seth's turn. Ideally, we can win this with no problem now. Come on, be able to hit the damn enemy. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Okay, now we're on the big man himself. Let's go ahead and see what we're dealing with here. Examine. So much HP. 387,000 HP, weak to lightning, light, and axes. Yep, I told you, we're in for a fight. We can't, unfortunately, get rid of Doom on Gloria right now. I don't think so. Yeah, no, we can't. So we're going to have to play safe here, so let's apply Rampart again. And then Elvis, thankfully, he can apply Purge, so we can get rid of that Doom and then defend the team again. Perfect. Elvis really coming in clutch here. Let's go ahead and swap around Seth's weapons towards a Parachute and... what else is this boss is weak to light and lightning, so we don't need to worry about that. We can do Giant Axe. It does lower his aim again, which is a little unfortunate, but I think we'll be okay. And let's go ahead and just... Actually, no, let's follow Seth. And then with Gloria, let's top everyone else off. And then Elvis, defending the people. Alright, after multiple turns of just kind of defaulting here, and same thing with the Cyclops, we're gonna go ahead and use Battle Hymn here from Adele to give ourselves a better crit rate. Also, just extra damage stats. Pretty decent, and then hopefully the next time our turn comes around, we'll be able to get Seth some extra damage bonuses. But for right now, I think this will be what we can use. I have also put Dawn of Odyssey on. Hopefully we can make something work with that. Ooh, okay, he just removed Seth from the field. That's a little frustrating. Oh, never mind, we're good. Let's go ahead and heal everyone up. Ooh, okay. Let's go ahead and use Porticulus here, just to keep these passive bonuses going. That way, we don't need to worry about that on Seth's turn, not just losing out on our bonuses. We have lots of damage bonuses. Hopefully we can make something out of this. Let's go ahead and Rampart here, and then we'll just do a group-wide Kiraga. Alright, it's Seth's turn. Let's do this. Heroics time. Yo, Cross Slash. Ooh, okay, that's not nearly as much as I was hoping. Let's hope maybe with an extra, just a huge round of Hurt So Bad, we can make this much better. This enemy's defense stat is pretty high. I mean, this is one of the strongest rare monsters in the game, if not the strongest. So yeah, we have a big wall to break through here. 105,000 HP left. Let's go and just defend other people. I don't like that. Well, defend maybe? The extra Dawn of Odyssey bonuses is going to be really helpful. Unfortunately, he does have access to multiple rounds of BP, so let's go ahead and Rampart here and then just try to top everyone else off. And then Adele, let's go ahead and just default. Okay, here we go. Okay, Mad Frenzy, that's a big damage boost. We can go ahead and square one that off and then defend other people. And then we need to top off Elvis. Okay. Seth will be active next turn. Let's go ahead and keep our damage bonuses going, and then we'll send him right back at the boss. There we go. You know, Cross Slash time. Come on. Okay. Ooh, the Cyclops is down. Thank goodness. I was so glad I didn't have to grab, like, any special accessories or whatnot. Ooh, okay. Again, that strat was kind of cheesy, just kind of funneling everything into Seth, but you know what? I think it worked out. We weren't there for too long. I would say, like, what, that was about 10 minutes? Yeah, could have been worse. Anyways, let's go report to this, woman with her memory lost. Hello there. The angle right there made it look like the soldier had the quest. I was like, man, you should get promoted early? Yes, now I remember. I was with my beloved and suddenly the Cyclops appeared. He told me to run, that he would keep it occupied so that I might escape. And then he was... No, why must I be cursed with such a memory as this? I wish it had never been restored to me. But no, without it, I would have nothing by which to remember him. He was a hero, my hero. Thank you. Though it pains me, it is a precious memory indeed. Yeah, a lot of the stories centered around these rare monsters are very dark and depressing, but at least we got some closure for her. And with that, that's all the rare monsters. But that isn't all the quests we have here to do. Well, it is for Holograd. Holograd's finally done. However, there are two quests that I haven't covered just yet. One of them's in Magmel. I think actually both of them are, but the first big one is going to be in Magmel. Now, I know some of you are going to hate me for this because of, like, posterity's sake and whatnot, but we're going to be doing this Magmel quest first. Right here. I want more! Quest 100, the Collector. My hobby is collecting the Oberon gems that spirit monsters drop, so if you find any, give them to me. What's that? Why am I collecting them? Because I want to, silly! So, getting 20 Oberon gems, we have 6 already, will give us 2 more growth eggs for the remaining 2 party members. I did mention this not too far back, that collecting Oberon gems is not a bad idea to do if you can do it. Now, she says to fight spirit monsters, and while yes, you can fight spirit monsters in order to get Oberon gems, I find that to be incredibly tedious and very, very, very boring. Conversely, you can also find Oberon gems on a certain low-level rare monster right here in Halcyonia. I know, we were still talking about rare monsters. And farm them that way. It is still not exactly very exciting, but it'll be the way that I will be doing it here today. Now, the Oberon gem is a rare drop, if I remember correctly, from this enemy. And so we're going to want rare talent from the Gambler, which thankfully I have now. So let's go ahead and adjust a few things here so that I can steal this item properly from these enemies. Or enemy, I guess. So with the Gambler's rare talent, likelihood of enemies dropping rare items increases by 10% for every party member with this ability. It basically makes it to where rare items are a priority. Along with having a Thief with Mug, Rob Blind, and what have you, we should be able to get this relatively easily. You can obviously steal it in the fight, but it will also be a rare drop after the fight is over. Just take down Lenon Seath and you should be pretty okay. No steals there, which is kind of unfortunate. So, whenever that doesn't happen, we will just send Seth on his way to... well, he didn't finish it off, did he? That's kind of awkward. Get him, Elvis. Bye-bye. Hey, there's an Oberon gem. So you can either just kill them outright and just hope for the drop, or you can try and mug it from them. Honestly, I should probably just go for the former option. That way I can just kill them super duper fast. And yeah, once you defeat Lenon Seath, you can just enter into the Hydrangea Hills and they will immediately respawn. So, there you go. There's the strat. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. Ooh, finally got the 20th one. After taking off rare talent, I think that was kind of screwing me over. Finally got all 20 of them. I was keeping track. It took me about 15.5 minutes to get 14 Oberon gems. It's honestly better than I was expecting, so I'll take it. Anyways, back to Magmel. Alrighty, here we are. Where are you? Take your stupid gems and give me my crap. Thanks for bringing me all those Oberon gems. The collection's looking pretty dang good. Maybe now that I'm ahead of the game, I can take a step back and start thinking about other things. You see, I might have let a few things slide while I was busy collecting. And Esmeralda might have told me that I needed to get a grip. Apparently, there's more to life than just accumulating stuff. It's totally true, I guess. Hey, is this just a fairy thing, or do humans get distracted by stupid, pointless obsessions too? Oh, don't worry. We do. We do. Anyway, there is one more quest for us to do. It's been a long time coming, but we are almost done with every single side quest. And it's in Musa. Now, yes, it isn't the perfect triple-digit 100 quest that we're ending off on. It is just a pretty simple quest right over here, but hey, I think it's still a pretty important number. There's no point traveling to places if you don't leave your mark. 99. Around the world. You've seen a bit of the world, right? Me too. I've been everywhere, and I've left proof of it all over the place. See if you can find it all, and we can compare notes. Now, this one is very frustrating, and I will be just sort of montaging it for you here, so we can get one last look at all of the major areas of Bravely Default 2 before we head off to our final destination. So, let's get started. Okay, time for the final token. Heh, look at that. I actually ended up on the wrong side of one of their judgments once, you know? There's nothing stronger or more frightening than faith. I learned that the hard way. You've seen it too? Yes, it can make people cruel beyond imagining, and give them courage beyond measure. People can be so awful, and so kind as well, so bitter, and so hilarious. That's why I just can't stop traveling. I have to see it all, experience it all. Thanks. I've really enjoyed meeting you, you know, and I hope we'll meet again somewhere. Until then, happy travels. Okay. We have one last stop today, before we end things here. Let's head back to Magmel. I have something I want to show you. Over in Aaron's house, Adele's friend, we can find something that hasn't been that was only recently unlocked to us. That will be important for understanding what exactly the Nexus is. You just have to walk around here and examine this tome. Esmeralda's diary. It's written in fairy script. In the beginning, Inanna was motivated by nothing more than the love of learning. She craved wisdom and wished to know all that there was to know under the sun. It was to this Inanna that I revealed what she was so desperately sought. The secrets of the asterisks and the fount of knowledge. I shall never forget her surprised delight, nor that of the black-haired youth who accompanied her when she first came to Magmel. She was blessed with a truly extraordinary gift, and mastered the mysteries of the sacred stones in short order, even offering suggestions for new asterisks too numerous to mention. I so enjoyed our daily discussions and debates. Indeed, that enjoyment was what blinded me to her deception, and to the surreptitious creation of an asterisk of her own, that of the librarian. It was a stone filled with, and able to call upon, vast troves of knowledge and memory, and Inanna made full use of it, until no secret, no truth was unknown to her. It was by using that knowledge that she caused her asterisk to take form that concealed its very existence from we fairies. But in time, the darkest of all things came into her knowing, and in attempting to use that forbidden knowledge to prolong her life indefinitely, she was changed, corrupted, reduced to little more than a mindless creature driven by the insatiable desire to devour knowledge, to gorge itself on memory, and gorge herself she did. No living being was safe, and she consumed the minds of human and fairy alike, and even that of her once beloved black-haired companion. Would that I had never taught her of the asterisks or the fount of knowledge. My remorse at having done so will haunt me until the end of time. It is very likely that the black-haired companion mentioned here that was tied with Inanna, who is the identity of the Knight's Nexus, is Seth himself. He was dead at the very beginning of our journey and was brought up by the Wind Crystal, probably preserved. It is never outright stated or confirmed, but it is very, very likely that it is him. And so, here he is again, confronting the Nexus, here in Magmel. So, how exactly do we destroy this book? Well, the answer is actually quite simple. The answer lies in our save file this entire time. At the very, very bottom, there is what appears to be the Knight's Nexus save file, eyeball, icon, and all, with something else saved here that isn't us. I'll go ahead and put the scripture on screen right now and to indicate what all of this is saying. This is very likely the previous Heroes of Light attempt to take down the Knight's Nexus. This time, we aren't going to fail. We are going to defeat her for good, and to do that, we need to delete her save file. And so, with everything that I want to do done and out of the way, let's go take on the Knight's Nexus.